always love just the story of Esther,
Mm-hmm.
and more so her faith.
Mm-hmm.
She gave it her all, you know, especially when her life could have been taken.
Mm-hmm.
And she, you know, we read that, and that's always just been so inspiring to me, because when I think about our life, you know, when Jesus says, if you want to be my disciple, you must carry your cross, take up your cross, carry it, and deny yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this like readiness. We have to be ready to give of our lives, you know, and even if that means like onto death. But I love, because when we see from the story of Esther, like she was willing to do that, and because of that, like she got to save a whole nation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think about ourselves as women, like what could our surrendered life and yes do
Mm-hmm.
for thousands of others, you know?
Right.
And like I think about my own life, like God, if I hadn't completely given my life to you, I believe that I could have missed out. Like sure, God could use other people, but I would have missed out on the opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to make an eternal impact on
Right.
people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I love about her. It's like, it just inspires me, her faith and willingness to lay her life down.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Well, I love Esther too, and another interesting thing about Esther is that she was trafficked too.
Wow, that's true.
Yeah, because, you know, all the girls were just gathered up.
Yes. Wow, I love that you pointed that out. I never
Yes.
even realized that. Wow.
Yeah, so, and she had been there about 5 years at that time. But when you think about as an unmarried girl being trafficked, she was quite young when, you know, because she wasn't married yet. And anyway, yes, I definitely admire her bravery. And not only did she had all the people pray and fast before she went into the king. And she's facing the king, and he hasn't requested her for 30 days, and so that's not feeding her ego in any way. And yet she worked to attract his attention. You know, she put on her royal robes and stepped into her identity there in order to go and speak to him. And then another thing that I really admired is that she had Haman invited too to the banquets, and she challenged him to his face. And
she was very bold.
yes, she was. So you're totally right. She gave it her all. Yeah, I've loved studying her life.
After this podcast, I'm gonna have to ask questions from you more.